Welcome to another episode of Moving to Maryland. Today we're going to talk about Remington, a really cool and quirky neighborhood in the center of Baltimore City. Hey, guys.
Hey, good afternoon.
So this is Kurt, Caitlin, and Megan, by the way. And Kurt, you live close by Remington. How would you describe where it's located?
It's nestled between Charles Village, Johns Hopkins University, and Hampden, and 83. It's super, super convenient. Midtown Baltimore, if you will.
Yeah, you have great access to 83. So you can get to downtown and or Towson, Hunt Valley, and also good access to Howard and MLK. So it's really a good spot.
Yeah, super centrally located, really.
Oh, not to mention it's very close to Penn Station.
Good point. Good point.
Caitlin, you've spent a lot of time in Remington, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I used to live just a few blocks over. Our house, I think, is one of my favorite parts of Remington. Like, you can go there with anyone and there's something for everyone because it's the food hall kind of atmosphere. So that's like a really great asset in the neighborhood, I think.
Yeah, I love our house.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's great if you're in that area around lunchtime.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. It gets so packed there.
It's, I would say that's like my second favorite thing. My first favorite thing about Remington is Wyman Park.
Yes.
You guys ever spending time in Wyman Park?
Absolutely. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so I used to cyclocross race, and I would ride up into the park, and we would do practice through that park. And I tell you, Remington or any of the neighborhoods around there, you have Charles Village, you have, of course, Hampden. Have you ridden a bike through any of those neighborhoods? Anybody?
I don't have a bike, so no.
And you can't do it on your Peloton.
What I find interesting about Remington in general is that, I live in Hampden for a long time, and I always had this just casual observation, like, it's between Charles Village and Hampden. It's a perfectly fine neighborhood. Why is it not more popular, quote unquote, in real estate terms? And then the developers of our house, saw something that obviously no one else did, says this is a great spot. And that was the spark, that, in my humble opinion, that really started the upswing in interest in Remington as a neighborhood and a lot of investor activity. I think Megan's talked, she's worked with some folks in there. And that in itself is kind of like a little trigger which started things in Remington.
Yeah,
It's
there's
exciting.
definitely a boom of development over there. Still has that very artistic vibe, very eclectic, a lot of artists, musicians living over there. And you have kind of the same vibe in terms of restaurants and shops, like W.C. Harlan, which is such a cool little speakeasy cocktail spot, Clavel's. But you have a lot of like local business and shops there too, which is awesome.
Yeah, and then if you like art, there's also the Baltimore Museum of Art is right there, which is a fantastic resource. It's a free museum. It's a great time and just a beautiful, beautiful place.
And John Waters has an exhibit there. And John Waters lives in a neighborhood, presumably, I don't know for sure, not too far from Remington.
I first found Remington through the Ottobar, and I've seen so much good live entertainment there.
Yeah, my friend plays there sometimes. So.
80s dance party I've been to there. And then also, actually before that, Paper Moon Diner.
Oh, it is so cool there.
Fun. Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody needs to go.
Yeah.
Yes. Good
like
call.
an
Take all the
institution.
out of town guests there. You got to see, the inside of that diner.
It's
It's cool.
incredible.
Yeah, really cool.
And there are so many Korean barbecues in that general area right there that I'm confused whether they're actually in Remington or right next to Remington.
Station North-ish.
Station
yeah.
North.
Yeah.
They're right on the border, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is great Korean food there.
But it reminds me of Highlandtown a little bit, like Highlandtown next to Canton, like Remington next to
Hampden?
Hampden, I'm sorry. And then just good value. Like, people were buying and the prices were less expensive. It's gone up, hasn't it? A bit.
Yeah, it has. I think it's like if you're looking for the kind of vibe, similar vibe to Hampden, Remington's a good option, and it's still reasonably priced, I'd say. Like for investors, I work with a lot of investors down there, but on Miles Street specifically, and those houses are like less than 1,000 square feet. They're very cute, but you can get them for sub 100,000 and then, renovate and flip them. And I mean, that is just gold mine for a lot of people.
There are some really good-looking houses there on the
There are.
north side, in the low to mid threes, sincerely. So there's value, like you said, like how Highlandtown, same with Remington.
Yeah.
Definitely. And, one thing I don't think we touched on is like the walkability of Remington. It's not gonna have everything condensed on like the avenue. It's a little spread out, wouldn't you say?
Yes, 100%. There's no like main strip. It's more spread out, which I think it's like adds to its quality.
Yeah. So I would say generally when I think of Remington is it's got a lot of flavor, just like Hampden does, but it's a little more affordable.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the four of us are real estate agents with the Greatest Moves team at Remax Advantage, and Kurt, Caitlin, Megan, myself would love to show you around Remington, Hampden, any of those neighborhoods in that area or around the Beltway. So give us a call. See you next episode. Take care.